For the first time in 30 years, cinema halls are functional once again in Kashmir. Back in the 80s and 90s, most of the theatres shut down because of the militancy. It was also a very hardline version of Islam that was propagated by the Kashmiri separatists, which led them to view cinema as haram and therefore shut down all movie halls. The question is, after almost 30 years, finally we're seeing a multiplex open up in Srinagar. Just a few days back, we had cinema halls opening up in Shopia as well. Does this mark the beginning of a new normal in Kashmir?
After 3 decades, the cinemas have returned to Kashmir. On Sunday, LG Manoj Sinha kicked off 2 makeshift cinema halls cum auditoriums in militancy-affected Shopian and Pulwama. This was to wean away youth from joining subversive activities.
और ये एक लक्ष्य रखा गया है कि हर जम्मू कश्मीर के हर जिले में मिशन यूथ के अंतर्गत ये 100 सीटर सिनेमा हॉल बनाए जाएं.
The biggest beneficiaries would be students who would not only enjoy the cinemas but would also be given education through audiovisual learning.
पुलवामा में बहुत पहली बार खुला है ये सिनेमा और यहाँ पे आज एलजी मनोज सिन्हा आए थे इसकी इनॉग्रेशन करने के लिए और बहुत सारे स्कूल से हम बच्चे जमा हुए थे आज यहाँ पे. उनके साथ हमने बैठ के कुछ क्लिप्स देखी हैं. सब लोगों को यहाँ के लोगों को बहुत एक्सपोजर मिलने वाला है, वरना तो बाहर जाना पड़ता था ऐसा कुछ देखने के लिए.
लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर आए थे यहाँ पे और उन्होंने सिनेमा का और इनॉग्रेशन किया पुलवामा में और उनसे बात भी हुई बहुत सारों की और उनने यहाँ पे इनॉग्रेशन जब की तो बहुत अच्छा हुआ कि एक्सपोजर अब बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा.
While all the 20 districts across the Union Territory would have mini cinema halls, the biggest and the first multiplex in Kashmir would start today. The 520-seater, 3-storied multiplex is a state-of-the-art facility and is set to attract entertainment-starved valley residents. The move will also regain Bollywood's lost connection with Kashmir.
Bollywood और Kashmir का रिश्ता is very old relationship. I think the first film here was shot Barsat by Raj Kapoor. So we want to revive that. We want to revive the connection of Bollywood and Kashmir. We also want to give full entertainment to our children, to our students, to our elderly. There must be at least 50% people in this state who have not seen, in the valley, who have not seen a film in a cinema hall.
Between 2000 to 2018, many cinema owners tried to revamp 4 of the 10 cinema halls in Srinagar, but due to rising militancy, they had to lock up the facilities again.
The owners are saying that there is tremendous response. Now, one hopes and prays that this sticks and this works very well, and youngsters as well as old people, they get an opportunity to come here with their families and watch.
In Srinagar, this is Mufti Islam.
All right, I want to go across to our guests who are joining us. Syed Zafar Islam is national spokesperson of the BJP. SP Vaid is former DGP of Jammu and Kashmir. Lalit Ambardar, Kashmiri activist, and Advaita Kala, author, joining us. Let me start with SP Vaid, sir. As a former DGP, as a former top cop, for the last 30 years, you've seen how Kashmiri citizens, ordinary Kashmiri citizens, were deprived of basic entertainment in the form of cinema halls. Are you hopeful today, sir, that with the opening of the multiplex in Srinagar, the opening of cinema halls in Shopia, etc., that perhaps this is a cautious but a necessary first step towards some form of normalcy back in the valley?
Zaka, absolutely. In fact, I recall exactly 30 years back, more than 30, 31, 32 years, when I was a young SP in 1990 in Kashmir, there was a, I think, organization like Muslim Janwaz Force, which was behind this, and basically radical Islamic idea to target all the liquor shops, all cinema halls. There were flourishing cinema hall business in Srinagar city and other towns of Kashmir, Anantnag, Baramulla, and many other towns. But they were all targeted. I still remember how all these things were systematically targeted. And it's a very good move. You know, how do we de-stress? We all would like to go with our family to a mall, have an ice cream, see a movie, do shopping, go to a cinema hall, see whatever entertainment movie you like. Maybe children would relax by going to the park and enjoy a small game, or some cricket or whatever small game. And I was watching for last 30 years Kashmiri boys coming to Jammu or Delhi to relax. And in fact, favorite scene in Jammu, there is a Wave Mall. Most of the Kashmiri boys and families will throng, and it's very heartening to see that now this is opening up in Srinagar.
Okay.
That too in South Kashmir, a place like Shopaiya and Pulwama, which were hotbeds of terrorism. And one thing I would advise is ensure sufficient security there, so that no harm is done to the people who go to enjoy there. And these are the places where young boys would relax, would see whatever they would like. They even can have educational
Correct.
classes on that, display their talent. It has multiplex has many advantages, and I think it's a very, very welcome step. In fact, we have been thinking of doing it for last 2 decades. Fortunately, it has materialized now.
Okay, I want to ask Zafar Islam, and I'll take forward one of the points that Ved Saab made. You know, it was back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, that these movie halls shut. And then I think in 98, 99, 2 theatres in downtown Srinagar. One was called Neelam, the other was called Broadway. They opened barely for a few days. And some of the people, some of the moviegoers who came to watch the cinema there, they got shot dead. And within a week or so, both of those theatres shut down again, not to be opened ever since. What's the guarantee, Zafar Islam, that you can give to the people who are coming there? Because the last thing you want is that this groups of people, crowds of people who come to a multiplex turn out to be sitting ducks for the terrorists.
Well, adequate precautions are being taken. Security measures are being taken. And most important, Zaka, is for you and for the viewers to understand that this was the demand of the ordinary Kashmiris, because they also need an outlet where they can entertain themselves. And movie theatre is something which every single individual would want to go, and perhaps it was missing, and that some of these young minds were unnecessarily being used by the terrorist organization and radicalized them. So it's a welcome beginning that the movie theatre is being opened now. And also this is also a testimony that normalcy is getting back in the valley, because people will start demanding for things like movie theatre and all when they feel that yes, there is a normalcy around them and they can comfortably go to theatre to watch movies. And I'm sure whatever commitment what we have made, our government has made, will ensure that that is there in the we will be able to put it in the ground and make people realize that it is important for them to lead a normal life rather than getting associated with hardliners or